Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mirko, and in today's video I want to speak to you guys about the weapon that is slept on by majority of the Apex community, and that weapon is the RE45. Now ever since the launch of solos, this weapon has received a slight buff in magazine capacity, and they've added one extra round to each mag variant. The Apex developers have said that downing a non-fortified enemy with an RE45 with 0, 50, 75 and 100 shields requires 10, 14, 16 and 19 shots respectively, so this round gives the gun the ability to one mag more armoured enemies instead of leaving them barely alive. Now the RE45 has actually come a long way in the past few weeks and months, and people would class this as a beginning start weapon. If you would land on it, you would probably pick it up, but the second you're going against someone with body shield, then it just makes the gun completely useless. And one thing I just want to say quickly is that ever since the launch of the Iron Crown Collection event, the disrupt rounds on the alternator have been nerfed significantly yet again, so that makes the RE45 with the disruptor rounds, in my opinion, a much better option. The RE45 has one of the fastest fire rates in Apex Legends along with the R99, and having the disruptor rounds on the RE45 with that insane fire rate instantly melts people's body shields from close even to medium range at times. And only recently, these past few days, I've been doing some testing before making this video, and I would actually consider the RE45 a very viable option when choosing your loadout. And when it comes to up close gunfights, I would actually consider this combo to be probably the best combo in the game when you are up close with other enemies. Now if you are going to go with the RE45, a few tips I'd like to give you is make sure your second weapon is good at medium to close range, because what happens sometimes is, because it has such a fast fire rate, you'll noticeably run out of ammo very often, and when you do run out of ammo in them situations, you want to be able to switch to another weapon that's also fairly decent up close. And a very advanced tactic that I've been using more often when using the RE45 with disruptor rounds is actually using that as a way of combating purple and gold body shield. Just using the RE45 just to lower their health, break their body shield, and once their body shield is broken, I then quickly peek behind cover, switch over to my second weapon, and then it's almost very easy to finish off the kill. If you land about 95% of your shots into another enemy, providing you have the disruptor rounds, you'll be able to down that enemy without even having to switch over to a different weapon. But if there is one downfall to this weapon, it's the fact that you have to be very accurate, and the recoil doesn't help you. The recoil was fairly manageable after you get used to the weapon, but because of the small magazine capacity, if you aren't landing your shots, then you will pay the consequences. And one thing I would not recommend anyone does with this, unless you absolutely have to, is hip fire. You want to make sure that you're lining your shots up and landing every single shot, because this is not an assault rifle, it's not an LMG, you cannot afford to miss hardly any shots when using this weapon. But other than the fact that you have to be very accurate, I think this weapon is actually a very good contender to be one of the best weapons up close. But as I said, the other downfall is that you need to have the disruptor rounds. Now this weapon without the disruptor rounds is still a fairly good weapon, and that is mainly down to the fire rate, which is also why it's really good at melting body shields really quickly, and that's why this gun stands out compared to other weapons like the Prowler, the Alternator, other weapons that have a very slow fire rate. And that's why I think this weapon is one of the most underrated weapons in this game, and that is why I had to make a video on this weapon, because it's not getting much love at this moment in time. I hope this weapon receives more love in the near future, but at the same time I'm quite happy that not many people are using it, because it is actually quite overpowered up close with disruptor rounds. It's like a hidden gem in the game. Now what you guys need to remember is majority of the Apex Legends players, they don't watch YouTube, they don't catch up with the patch notes every single update, and I'm sure majority of them do not even know how powerful this weapon can actually be. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet because there's not much else to say. I think the gun speaks for itself, as you guys can see from the gameplay in the background. So anyway guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. My name's been Mirko. Be sure you're subscribing, liking, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new Apex Legends video.